Guys, call it taking matters into your own hands. We're going to talk about masturbation. Have you heard of it? Welcome to our video. And if you have not subscribed to Stater Talks, this is your home of information and also where we get to share matters which really affect us. Welcome, guys. Masturbation is an act of sexually stimulating oneself, typically by touching the genitals. It is a natural and common sexual activity that can be enjoyed by people of all genders and sexual orientations. Masturbation can range for people practice this kind of act basing on various facts. Number one, they say is because they want to get stress relief, because masturbation can release endorphins, which are natural chemicals that can help relieve stress and promote relaxation. Number two, it improves sleep. Masturbation can promote feelings of relaxation and help one fall asleep faster. Number three, we have sex for those who want to do sexual exploration. So masturbation can help one explore their own sexual preferences and learn more about what feels good for their body and also for themselves. Number four, we have what you call sexual health. Masturbation can increase or promote health sexual functioning, including increasing sexual desires, improving sexual response, and reducing the risk of sexual problems such as premature ejaculation. Actually, masturbation is one of the treatments for premature ejaculation, but we will share that on a different forum or a different video, which will talk about masturbation and premature ejaculation. Also, the aspect of self-care, masturbation can be a form of self-care and self-love, allowing individuals to connect with and care for their own body. Actually, masturbation is one of the most misunderstood concepts on matter sex, and it easily gets judged. You can get someone quoting a lot of verses why one should not practice masturbation. But there is no right way to masturbate, and the individual should be free to explore the feelings good of their body. However, it is important to practice safe and hygienic habits when masturbating, such as washing hands before and after, using lubrication as needed, and avoiding rough or aggressive stimulation that can cause pain or injury. So, masturbation generally, from the studies which have been done, and also the normal concept of this masturbation thing, is normal and healthy aspect of sexuality, and the individual should not feel ashamed or guilt for engaging on this activity, so long as the nitty-gritties of the same are taken care of. We have complications, though we have sometimes complications resulting from masturbation, and this is where most of the people focus most of the time, but they don't look on the part I've shared on the benefits of it. So, like anything, when something is overdone or overused, it leads to other complications. So, overuse is one of the complications. Excessive masturbation can lead to physical soreness, fatigue, and temporary sexual dysfunction. So, instead of the functioning very well, overuse of it or excessive masturbation can lead to soreness, where one now develops some sores, and also fatigue because of overuse of the same. Psychological issues, we have individuals who feel guilty, shame, or anxiety related to masturbation, so they may experience psychological effects such as depression and also anxiety when done excessively. Another thing is injury. Rough or aggressive stimulation during masturbation can cause injury to genitals, including irritation, swelling, and also the bruising. Another complication which it can also really affect that person is addiction. Addiction, which is in rare cases, excessive masturbation can lead to compulsive behavior and addiction, which now may require uh, professional treatment. So it is important that masturbation is a personal choice and should be practiced in a way that feels comfortable and safe. If you are experiencing physical discomfort or negative psychological effects, it's very important that when it is related to masturbation, you talk with your healthcare provider or you go to your doctor and share the same with the doctor, so that you find the best way forward, because it can also, if it is affect your mental health, you get a mental health profession to always help you over the same. So when done diligently, it helps, but when done on excess, it also brings a lot of problems. So when is masturbation now medically allowed? There's one situation which is very important, especially in the medical aspect, and most of the people don't talk about this, and many people have experienced this. But there is a specific way, a specific time, even if you are a very religious person, you are a very ethical person, especially when it comes to the hospital setting, where it's very important, especially when this masturbation now becomes the main thing when you are supposed to do it. So especially in the medical field. So especially when this is when a sample of the sperm is needed, and you find that masturbation is the most commonly used method because it is easier and it doesn't have other many side effects. So it is medically approved that you get this kind of sample through uh, masturbation as one of the method. So we have other, with the technology we have also other methods. So a sample may be collected from various reasons. A sperm sample, such as when infertility evaluation, when we want to see the health of the sperm, so that especially the partners having challenge with conception. So a sample is taken from a man to evaluate if there's any challenge on the sperms, so that the partners can get assisted. So especially also when we want to do assisted reproductive technology, ART, procedures like what we call vitro fertilization, where a lady that is not able to conceive through the normal sexual encounter. We have a special procedure called vitro fertilization, where a sample of the sperm is taken from a man, and also an egg is harvested from the lady to make fertilization and also get the baby grow. So number one method which is used to collect the sample is through masturbation. This is the most common method of collecting sperm sample. The individual is asked to provide semen sample by masturbating into a sterile cup or container by the healthcare provider. So you are given some bottle where you supposed to collect the sample and take it to the special lab for for collection. Another method, when masturbation is not a possibility, electro ejaculation is done. This is a method used for individuals who have difficulty in ejaculating in their own. It involves the use of rectal probe that delivers electrostimulation to the nerves that control ejaculation, which can trigger the ejaculation and the collection of the sample. So we know there's a condition I will talk about where men are unable to, when if they do sex 24 hours, the man is not able to ejaculate. So in such kind of instances, we have erectile ejaculation, where now the ejaculated duct is stimulated with an special electricity, with the doctor in control to get that sample out for 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 the in vitro fertilization or in the semen analysis to check the viability of those sperms. Another way it is through testicular sperm extraction, or a TESE. This method involves the removal of sperm directly from the testicles using needle or small incision. It is typically used for individuals who have blockage in the ejaculatory ducts or other fertility issues. So also a special needle is used to get that sperm out of the testis. So under the control of the doctor, the pain control is done. So the sperm is harvested directly from the testicles. Another method which is also used is what we call testicular or epididymal sperm aspiration. In epididymal sperm aspiration, this method involves the removal of sperms from the epididymis, a small tube located behind each testicle that stores and the transports the sperm. It is used for individual blockage. It's important to follow instructions provided by the healthcare provider on the collecting of the sperm sample. This may include abstaining from ejaculatory activity for a certain period of time before the collecting of the sample, and following proper hygienic practices to ensure the sample is actually it is sterile, and also sterile means it is very clean, so that to give the proper kind of results from the particular patient. So if you are given that opportunity to collect the sample for the testing, especially the fertility, and also for use as instructed by the care providers, the method of collecting sperm sample is typically through masturbation, and here are the steps which you follow. First, you wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water and warm water to make sure the hands are clean. Another thing which you use is you use a sterile cup or container provided by the healthcare provider. So if given that container, make sure it remains sterile as it is, so that the sample collected is safe. Another step is to find now a private place, a comfortable, where you can collect the sample. Actually, especially in the hospital setting, they have a special private room for this collection of this sample, for the semen collection sample. For those of us who have attended to fertility hospitals, we know this. So the next step is to begin stimulating your penis by rubbing or stroking it until now you ejaculate. So some you may require replication, especially the water-based kind of replication, to make sure the process is more comfortable. When you ejaculate, collect the semen in the sterile cup or container provided by the healthcare provider, and make sure that to collect the entire ejaculate, like all the sperms which come out, they're supposed to go into the container. Then from there, ensure that your name is on the container, date of birth, and other identifying information as instructed by the healthcare provider. Then you deliver the sample to the laboratory or the care provider office as soon as possible, because the sample may be needed to be kept at a certain temperature so that it doesn't get damaged. Don't freeze the sperms, because the process of collection of that sample and the testing should be done within an hour, and if there are other instructions given about abstaining and doing anything, it's very important that you follow what is supposed to be followed, so that you get that sample well to the pharmacy. So this is only the one reason why masturbation is allowed, and it's very for health reasons, especially for fertility and other issues. So it's very important to follow your healthcare provider to give you the best. Guys, welcome to our channel. The channel is Shelter Talks. Kindly, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to us. And I want you to welcome you to our next video. And kindly, if you have not watched our video, I've shared the link down below, and also we have the videos on our description. Kindly click on them and get to share. Let us meet in our next video. Thank you guys very much, and peace. Guys, call it taking matters into your own hands. We're going to talk about masturbation. Have you heard of it? Welcome to our video. And if you have not subscribed to Shelter Talks, this is your home of information, and also where we get to share matters which really affect us. Welcome, guys.